Halloween Ends is mid as fuck. Now, hear me out. I get why people like this movie. As a matter of fact, I think it's probably gonna have more of a cult following, and I think it already has a cult following. I think people are very divided with this movie. It's definitely like the rise of Skywalker of this franchise. I gotta give credit where it's due. It is different, and I think that they immediately wanted to prove that it was different by having the Season of the Witch logo, not logo, but the font and the same color texture in the intro of the movie to introduce itself. And I think that at that very moment, I didn't catch it the first time. Someone else actually caught it in a video that I watched, which I gotta say, I should have seen that coming for as much as I love Season of the Witch. And I kind of wish I did so that I would be easily dropped from my expectations the first time watching it. Because the first time watching it, let me tell you, I fucking hated this movie. I didn't like how Corey just randomly just came out of nowhere and just was the central character. Laurie, Michael, fuck, even Allison a tiny bit. Just not really the core component of, not really the core components of this movie. It's mainly Corey. It came to me after a good hour into this movie that this wasn't gonna be an H2O. Or even remotely close. It was gonna be Corey just acting like Michael and just fucking people up. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna have a pro and con section. Here you go. Boom. So the pros of this movie, in my opinion, mainly came on my second watching of the movie. I think I enjoyed that they did something different. I thoroughly enjoyed that they tried. They went with something out of the blue, out of the ordinary, and I can respect that. I can respect that a lot, to be honest, because they pulled some shit that I would have never even considered would be in this movie. I also like Corey. The actor for Corey, I really got around to liking him on the second viewing after I subverted my expectations for the movie. And I really did enjoy his character a lot more when I wasn't, on, the movie's ass on being an H2O, not copy, but, an improvement. The way they made Halloween 2018, a somewhat improvement on the first movie. And Halloween Kills with Halloween 4. Halloween Kills took a lot of inspiration out of the mob mentality aspects of Halloween 4. And I was really hoping that Halloween Ends would kind of be like H2O. And it wasn't, and it is what it is, but I enjoyed Corey and I enjoyed what they were going for. And I enjoyed the final scenes, obviously. I enjoyed the final fight between Laurie and Michael. And spoilers if you haven't watched it, Laurie doesn't die. I really thought they were going to kill her off, in all honesty. I kind of would have preferred it in a way just because they were building up to it so much and they subverted expectations. And don't get me wrong, I love that Laurie Strode had a happy ending. I expected it so much that, hear me out, I either wanted both of them to die or I just wanted Michael to win. I think that would have subverted expectations in the worst way possible, but that's more of a personal opinion that I kind of wish Michael just won and that it was just over. I don't know. I'm just weird. That was kind of something that I would have enjoyed seeing. It would have been a little different. But fucking hell, everything else in this movie was fucking different. I like the fact that they just put him in a wood chipper and just destroy his fucking body. The way his body just folds on itself towards the end, I thought was fucking awesome. I thought that shit was gnarly as fuck, and I did enjoy that. God. See, looking back at it, there's not much I really enjoy in this movie. And that kind of sucks, because I want to like this movie. I want to like it. Again, I'm saying it's mid. I don't think it's a bad movie. I don't think it's a really good movie. I think it's straight in the middle. But I have a lot more to talk about with the negatives, because Jesus fuck, man. The first time I watched it, I was fucking pissed. So I think my biggest gripe with this movie is that it wasn't like Halloween H2O. I watched H2O maybe 5 times. This month alone, Halloween H2O, probably up there as one of my favorite Halloween movies. So I really, really wanted this movie to kind of be like Halloween H2O, where the first half, we're introducing characters, maybe, and we're expanding on what's happening now, and then the other half is just pure fucking mayhem, just a gore fest. And we really didn't get that in what we were expecting. We do have a gore fest, but it's not Michael. I mean, we have a couple Michael kills towards the middle of the movie, but most of the movie is Corey killing people with the Michael mask on, which, oh my god, he bitches the fuck out of Michael. That pissed me off. You cannot bitch Michael Myers. You should not be able to bitch Michael Myers. The scene where he like ruffled him to the ground and took his mask off reminded me of when Busta Rhymes like saw Michael while he was like having like the mask on in Resurrection, and he was telling him to like fuck off, and then Michael just fucked off. Like he walked away from Busta Rhymes like, damn, kicking me out of my own goddamn movie. Okay.
I said, what you looking at me like that for? Huh? You don't get it? You don't get it? Go ahead, scoot, skedaddle. Get the fuck out of Dodge. God damn.
It really just gave me that kind of vibe, and I think if you give me Halloween Resurrection vibes, it's a negative, regardless of what it is, and that rubbed me the wrong way. I also just, God, just the dialogue in the first 20 to 30 minutes of the movie is like, especially between Allison and Corey, that shit is just cheese, and you just want me to expect that this love story just happens. Like, it's just like, oh, Allison, hi, and then Allison's like, I want your cock. Like, I don't believe that. No, I don't believe that whatsoever. Oh my God, the shit they say to each other. It's fucking, Also, Laurie, I just got a quick question. Why the fuck would you move into Haddonfield after your fucking, It's like the first 40 fucking years, you didn't even know if he was coming back. You were just preparing anyway. But now that he is back, you just want to move back into Haddonfield. That, I mean, God, it's such a minor plot hole, but it takes away from, like, what they were building up Laurie Strode to be as. I don't know. I think there are some good aspects of it, too. I think she's funny as shit. I think her improvised dialogue is really fucking funny. It's just, I just have some gripes, and I really don't want to have gripes, especially with Laurie Strode. Like, oh my God, I fucking love Laurie. But oh my God, the writers. I blame most of my hate for this movie on the writers and the dialogue. There's probably a lot more I want to talk about, but I really just want to make this as quick as possible. It's gonna have a cult following. I'm probably gonna be somewhere in, like, the cult following, and, like, I like the movie a little bit. I think it was a letdown. I prefer Halloween H2O over Ends, and if that's a hot take, it's a hot take, but I really just prefer the ending of H2O. Minus Resurrection, that shit didn't happen. I don't give a fuck who you ask. Resurrection never fucking happened, and I will personally take that to the fucking grave.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
I prefer Halloween H2O over this movie, and that was a movie that came out in like 1998. I really wasn't buying this movie at first, and I came around to it, but there's some aspects of this movie that I just can't buy into. But regardless of that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have some understanding of where I'm coming from on both ends. If you like the video, I mean, leave a comment, give me your own perspective, like the video. If you dislike it, fuck yourself. And I can't keep that in the video. I'm keeping that in the video. But I mean, aside from that, stay safe and pray that they don't make this movie again till like a decade from now.